Somewhere in the skies above the Pacific, two aircraft exist only as whispers. No official photos, no public rollouts, just faint outlines caught by satellites and budget lines buried in defense reports. One belongs to the United States, the rumored F-47, born from the Next Generation Air Dominance program, built in hangars that don't officially exist. The other is China's J-36, glimpsed through patents, artist renderings, and shadowy test flights over the Gobi Desert. For now, neither government admits they exist. Yet both are building infrastructure, running engine tests, and closing airspace in patterns that mirror every secret aircraft project of the past. The signatures are familiar. New high-bay hangars, night flights in restricted corridors, and sudden no-fly notices that vanish by morning. We're witnessing a quiet war, a race for control of the skies in the coming decade. And what's at stake isn't just who flies higher or faster. It's who can see first, think faster, and command the invisible battlefield. In this video, we'll explore what makes these aircraft different, what defines sixth-generation air combat, and which fighter might dominate the skies by 2025. Because one truth is already clear. The future of air warfare won't be decided in dogfights, but in code, stealth, and distance. The jet age has always been defined by leaps. The F-86 ruled Korea. The F-15 dominated for decades. The F-22 redefined stealth. Now, both the United States and China are preparing for the next leap. The sixth generation, where the battlefield is digital, autonomous, and almost invisible. Fifth-generation fighters like the F-22, F-35, and J-20 were built for a world that no longer exists. Back then, air bases were secure, satellites untouchable, and tankers could orbit freely. Today, that luxury is gone. Opponents target refuelers, jam links, and sweep the spectrum for any hint of emissions. China's radar networks now stretch across the South China Sea. Long-range SAMS can spot stealth targets farther than ever before. Hypersonic missiles have cut reaction times from hours to minutes. That's what gave birth to programs like NGAD in the US and JXX in China. Rival projects with one goal: air dominance when stealth alone no longer guarantees survival. For the United States, sixth generation means adaptability. A jet that can shift its stealth profile, change mission packages mid-flight, and command drone formations from the cockpit. For China, it means autonomy. A jet that can think, predict, and strike faster than any human pilot. It's an arms race not for faster aircraft, but for smarter ones, and for the networks that carry them. If rumors are true, the F-47 is more than an aircraft. It's a philosophy. Developed under NGAD, it's built not just to outperform the F-22, but to rewrite air warfare itself. Its design reportedly abandons tail surfaces entirely, adopting a diamond-shaped, tailless profile for all-angle stealth. Every edge and seam is sculpted to scatter radar energy across the spectrum. From above, it resembles a flying spearhead. Even the inlets and exhaust are rumored to be buried deep to tame heat signatures. The key lies within. Its adaptive cycle engines, likely derivatives of Pratt & Whitney's XA100, can alter airflow in real time. That means the F-47 can cruise thousands of miles efficiently, then surge to supersonic speeds when needed, all while keeping tankers out of harm's way. In the Pacific, that independence is everything. Inside the cockpit, the pilot never flies alone. An AI copilot manages sensors, data links, and threat analysis in milliseconds. A partner that never blinks or tires. The human focuses on judgment. The AI handles precision. Displays fuse the battle space into a single picture instead of a dozen competing feeds. The F-47 could command loyal wingman drones for reconnaissance, jamming, or strikes. One pilot, one digital fleet. Across the Pacific in China's remote northwest, another shape has appeared in satellite images. Analysts call it the J-36, though even that name may be a smokescreen. Believed to descend from the J-20 Mighty Dragon and the Dark Sword concept of 2018, the J-36 merges both, the reach of a fighter with the autonomy of a drone. It suggests a shift from copying to native innovation design tuned to Chinese doctrine and geography. Its silhouette hints at a twin-engine delta wing optimized for speed and altitude. Patents show forward-swept inlets and blended fuselage contours to cut drag and hide heat. Engineers at Shenyang have reportedly tested ceramic coatings to absorb radar and handle long supersonic flight, but its real power lies in its brain. Chinese researchers claim their air combat AI, trained in millions of virtual dogfights, can predict human maneuvers seconds in advance. If that system now flies inside the J-36, it could react faster than any pilot and keep reacting as conditions change. Where the F-47 embodies control, the J-36 represents speed and aggression. It's built to strike first, push deep, and vanish before detection, a machine designed to make any approach costly. In the 5th generation, stealth and speed won battles. In the 6th, intelligence will. Both the F-47 and the J-36 are testbeds for competing AI philosophies. The F-47 uses AI as a copilot, a digital wingman managing sensors, jamming, target data, and drone orchestration while the pilot leads. The J-36 treats AI as a commander capable of flying semi-independently or even without a pilot when doctrine allows. It's a divide of trust versus control. The F-47 empowers the human. The J-36 empowers the machine. Each system learns from every flight and simulation, evolving in real time. Once the software matures, updates will roll out at digital speed, turning every mission into an upgrade. In the next war, it may not matter who fires first. What matters is whose AI learns first and updates fastest. The Pacific is the ultimate test of endurance, merciless to aircraft that run out of fuel. That geography defines both jets. The F-47 is built for reach. Its adaptive engines let it cruise long distances efficiently, then sprint when threatened, keeping it independent from vulnerable tankers. Launching from bases deep in friendly territory, it can cross oceans, strike, and return unseen. Longer legs also mean more routing options and fewer predictable choke points. The J-36, meanwhile, is tailored for defensive dominance. China's coastal bases and island outposts give it home field advantage. It doesn't need to roam the Pacific, it just needs to own its skies. Twin WS-15 class engines should give it power and altitude control, allowing long patrols over the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. Within that sphere, protected by layered sensors and missiles, it could be almost untouchable. So while the F-47 fights to reach the battlefield, the J-36 fights to control it. Picture a moonlit night over the Pacific. Two faint radar blips drift toward each other, one launched from Guam, the other from China's coast. Neither pilot knows exactly what the other looks like. Both trust their AI more than their eyes. The encounter won't look like Top Gun. It'll be a silent chess match. Sensors, deception, and timing. The F-47 slips across radar gaps, masked by false targets and drone scouts. The J-36 hunts with predictive AI, linking to satellites and warships to build a dynamic picture of the same sky. The battle becomes one of information. Who sees first? Who mistakes a decoy for a real threat? One wrong emission could expose a stealth approach or trigger a response no one intended. Electronic warfare becomes the opening move, not the last resort. If they meet within visual range, instincts return. The J-36's raw thrust and lightning-fast AI could favor close combat. The F-47 would strike from afar with networked weapons, push drones forward as shields, and retreat before detection. The first clash won't be a spectacle. It'll be a string of near misses and data skirmishes, with lessons feeding new algorithms overnight. Whoever learns faster will shape not just tactics, but doctrine itself. Where to base, what to harden, and which links to protect. Every new generation of aircraft reshapes power itself. The F-47 and J-36 are more than machines. They're national strategies. For the U.S., the F-47 continues a legacy of air superiority stretching from the F-86 to the F-22. The promise that American jets rule any sky, anywhere. It reassures allies that long-range air cover still exists, even when tankers can't get close. For China, the J-36 is proof that era is ending, a statement of independence and deterrence. Its aim isn't global reach. It's to make interference too costly in its neighborhood. Yet both programs carry risk. Each demands billions, secrecy, and split-second diplomacy. The faster these jets evolve, the shorter the window for dialogue becomes. Analysts already call it a new stealth Cold War. Radar shadows, AI feints, and unseen flights across contested zones. In the end, the sixth generation isn't only about air superiority. It's about who controls perception, who owns the invisible space between satellites, radars, and truth. That space decides what the world believes is possible on day one of any crisis. Every era of flight leaves a legacy. The F-15 ruled the Cold War. The F-22 defined stealth. Now the F-47 and J-36 wait in the shadows, ready to decide what comes next. The F-47 is America's unseen commander, linking satellites, drones, and warships into a single web. The J-36 is China's dark sword, fast, autonomous, and unflinching. Neither has been shown publicly, yet both already shape budgets, alliances, and diplomacy. They don't need to fight to win, just to exist. And that may be enough to deter the fight no one wants.